Hello, welcome to this first part of my Bash scripting tutorial. You'll find this and many other scripting tutorials at my website blog.hi.no, which I'll show you right here. In the scripting category, you will find tutorials for Bash, PowerShell and Perl. Okay, so let's get started with Bash. Be aware that the purpose of this tutorial is to get you started with scripting in Bash based on your existing programming skills. In other words, we assume that you already know basic programming in some other language. In this tutorial, we will show you the syntax of well-known program constructs, and we will show you some program constructs that are characteristic of scripting languages such as Bash. You need a GNU Linux distribution, for instance Ubuntu, running on a physical or virtual machine with working access to the internet and with wget installed. Log in and open a terminal window. Download examples as we go along with the wget command shown here. So let me copy and paste this command. Almost like that. We need the Bash examples. Oops, got some extra spaces in here. Like that. Then we can untar this. That, and then move into the directory where you'll see all the examples from the tutorial. At each example you'll see that the file name is on the second line in the slides. So this is a Bash Hello World program. You'll notice the hash bang at the beginning. The hash bang is treated as a comment by the interpreter, but it has a special meaning to the operating system's program loader. That's the code that is run when the exec system calls are executed on Unix Linux systems. The program loader will make sure this script is interpreted by the program listed after the hash bang. Since Unix Linux does not use file endings for identifying file, there is no reason for us to do so in scripts either. The operating system knows from the hash bang what interpreter to use. However, during the development of a script, it can be nice to know something about the file content based on the file ending. So it's common to use .bash or .sh endings. Since this tutorial is about the Bash language, including Bash specific features that are not POSIX compliant, we stick the .bash as the file ending. So this example you will see we have here, this was called hello.bash, and we can make sure that we can run it by change moding it, adding executable bits like that. Then we can run it like this, and we'll see that yes, all these example files already have the executable bit set. So let's move on. Single variables in Bash is not single variable, not typed. It can be a number or a string. Make sure you don't put spaces before or after the equal sign when assigning values to variables. Variables are global unless specified inside a block with a statement starting with the keyword local. In general, we use lowercase variable names. Since uppercase variable names, it implies that it's an environment variable. So this example, which was called single var, can be run like this. And we see that the variables are interpreted. Let's take another look at that. So what would the difference be between these? I set a variable name equals musil, and then I echo this this sentence in three different ways. Variables are expanded inside double quotes, but not inside single quotes. But we use double quotes when we have a string, since variables are expanded but formatting such as spaces and new lines are preserved. So the output of this quotes.bash example will be like this. We see that the spaces are preserved in double quotes, but the variable is expanded, while in single quotes the variable is not expanded. Bash supports simple one-dimensional arrays with numerical index. Arrays are expanded automatically, including automatic declaration and garbage collection. So this example, we create the array OS with two elements, element number 0 is Linux, element number 1 is Windows, and then I can just automatically say element number 2 is Mac. And I can reference them like this. Notice the brackets to interpret variable array entries. So this is the array.bash example. You will find the length of the array with this construct. So this example will print Windows, will print the entire array, and it will also provide the length of the array, like this. From Bash version 4, which was introduced in 2009, associative arrays were also available. They must be declared with declare -a for an associative array. Other than that, they behave pretty much like ordinary arrays. So we recognize the same constructs for finding the length of the array and dereferencing the array. So this is the